it was that moment when he said to me, "Why are you doing this to yourself?" And up until then, I had only been asked, about my health, like, what foods are you eating? What kind of water are you drinking? What antibiotics did you take when you were younger? What's your family history? No one, that's all stuff outside of me. No one had ever asked about me. Like, what's your role in all of this, basically?
Mm.
Where was the me in my conditions? And when he said that, I just needed someone to confirm that basically for me, and it clicked. And I didn't know what quite to do with it at that moment, but all I needed was those two puzzle pieces to snap together for me to start that healing process, because I needed to have that confirmation that yes, the way I'd been living my life and not handling my stress emotionally was why I was having these conditions. I needed that. No one had confirmed that for me. And then I knew, okay, what and then I came here to learn a new way. And it's just education is all we need to learn, and then I healed. But it was the me piece that I clicked in when David, my mentor, said very lovingly, like, "Why are you doing this to yourself?" And I said, "Ugh, you were right. It is me. I knew it. Wow, why is no one telling me this?" And from there, everything changed. My whole life changed.
But I guess you must have been ready to hear that.
Yeah, the good point, Lee. 'Cause that goes back to the I wasn't ready for a long time. And for those out there, if you want the excuse of your illness, you will never heal. I wanted the excuse of my illness because I mean I was this close to getting on disability, um, which would have been like the worst thing I could have done. Which means I didn't have to work. I basically got money every month. At that time, I was kind of on my own disability where my family was giving me money every month and I wasn't working. And like, why work? Why go back to a job if you don't have to? But I had to stay sick in order to get all the benefits. So I had crafted this life of what I thought was ease, but it was actually just a complete life of darkness and suffocation. I had crafted this life where I didn't have to do anything. I wasn't ready to give that up for a while. I had a life where I got attention. I had a life where I felt important. I had doctors that knew me. I had a medical community that felt like, I was friends with felt like I was friends with my practitioners. I mean, my illnesses were my identity. I wasn't ready. I had to be ready. And by the time I started getting MS, that's when I said, okay, like, this isn't, I hate to say it, but it's like, it's not fun anymore. I didn't bargain for this. I rolled the dice too far. I put my hand in the fire too much, and I
Mm.
realized I gotten to the past the point of where that it started to actually really scare me. And at that point, I said, you know what? I am ready to make changes, and I knew I had to change, but I'm ready to do what I need to do because I don't want to live this kind of life anymore.